You ever wonder if you're a character of One Piece, what position would it take in that series itself? Would it take the position of being a pirate, or would it take the position of being a marine, or would it take the position of being even higher ranking 7 warlords of the sea? You know that Luffy is a pirate. You know, he has his own goals. He has a lot of competition. You know, all this competition want to be king of pirates. You know what I'm saying? So, pirate of kings, whatever you want to call it. So by accomplishing that goal, the leader in which Luffy is, he has to be the type of leader that maintains and keep his crew together. You know Luffy as the type of guy that drugs. He don't really pretend or really want to be the pirate, captain, in which you see a pirate captain to be more of, kind of a dare taker, or a kind of guy who don't think twice before make certain decisions. Most of the time his crewmates have to keep him in that order, so he don't do anything stupid and get them in trouble, because Luffy as that type of guy, they have to look out for more than Marines, because he's the type of guy that makes a lot of enemies, and certainly he's the type of guy that makes a lot of friends as well. So Luffy has to maintain that position, to keep his little viewing down, because for all these times I've been watching that guy was just a rookie. Before there was even a straw at Paris, that guy was like bounty zero. And now the biggest guy he ever beat, way back then, was Arlong, and he gained a lot of bounty on that. And then, even to make things worse, he took down one of the 7 warlords of the sea, and he even get a lot of privilege, and people acknowledge him in a way that he had to be brought down. Because he was so, as a rookie as he was, they called him a straw at Paris, based off him, because he was the one who was causing all those mayhem. He was the one who was bringing problems to the Marines, and the Marines had to take him out. In order to do that, they had to find some way, in order to, who Luffy was, and and to place some, recognition on who Luffy was. And he knew that Luffy had a lot of links. Luffy's like a heritage, pirate. He's like a heritage pirate. He has a lot of family who does a lot of Lego, and he has a lot of, certain, way in which he's a pirate now, because his father is is the leader of the Evolutionary Army. So people know who Luffy is, and they know he's just like his father. For that, they really need to take him down before, he go even over the edge. And as a Gramps, Marine, which is Grandpa, he know how strong of a person Luffy is. He should know better than anyone. So that gave it even more of a, troublesome for Luffy, because Luffy has to, avoid being captured. He has to defend his friends. He has to run from the Marines while competing against guys. He has to, go do his thing. Being the kind of guy is, he helps people, but at the same time he always competes, and his bounty keep going up. Even when he defeat Maria, his bounty is going up, and so high that Warlord at a step. Warlord as a step. And you saw in the Warlord step, and he could have been captured or even killed in that episode. When Taranto, that guy, came and on what do you call the planet, the island again? I don't remember what he called that planet, that island that he and Maria was fighting on, but Warlord at a step, and the orders was to annihilate all those people, including the Straw Pirates. And then that's how much they wanted to kill the Straw Pirates. You can see it. And there are certain changes that made, and they came out alive. Do you see yourself as Luffy, always at the look behind your shoulder, as a pirate, always have to protect your friend, always have to fight bad guys, only to accomplish where you want to go and where you want to be? Or do you see yourself as a Marine, having to follow orders and running after pirates, and doing your thing, or even an admiral, like he's doing, your thing and standing up for justice, trying to make the sea a better place to be, having to chase, Luffy all over the place, to the grand line, to the new world. Do you see yourself as that type of person who has to do the job and let the job get done at that time, or even a higher position in that series, like even a warlord? Not only a warlord, but you don't have to choose which side you're gonna be, because at the same time the Marines don't really trust 7 warlords of the sea, because they might be working for them, but they're still doing their own thing. They're still a pirate, still doing their own thing, as the warlords they are. Do you see yourself of them working with the Marines, trying to take out some of the strongest guys, just as you were? Do you see yourself as those guys, doing your own thing, standing up for justice in a way that is the best way to do it? Or do you see yourself as even higher, someone who owns the new world, like Sank? Do you see yourself as a person like him? Do you see yourself as a person that works between the position of both? Or do you see yourself not filling in the gap at all? Do you see yourself as a Marine or a pirate? Do you see yourself as both of those two main things that that have different meaning and different purpose, to do with this series at all? Because being a pirate is just as hard as being a Marine. If I should choose, I would see myself as a person just like Luffy, having to get to where I'm going, having to reach that goal, having to compete against each other, having to be the captain. But I wouldn't be the captain which Luffy is. I would be more of a more conservative captain for my friends. He is that kind of captain, but sometimes his ego, in which he is, get the most of him, and he had to put some fists to those battles. But I see myself as a captain, protecting my crewmates, and just as well as Luffy, so I would stand in that position if I was part of that series itself. It would be skyrocketing. Most of you might see yourself as a Marine, you might have your own opinions on why, but most of the people I know see themselves as a pirate. So basically I would say I see myself as a pirate in that series.